doing one job, they're working at home, they're taking care of all the relatives and kids. Multiple hats they wear. Who is not extraordinary? And also they are helping that overgrown man they get. So it's a tough world, but then even then you see we have all smiles on our face and we will put up the show. But man will say, "Oh, I don't feel like I'm not going." We all have similar experiences, but we have learned, in spite of anything and everything, keep going. So that is what is global women power, and it's not about feminism. It's not about not being like a man. It's about the power we have, which is like a volcano. Sometimes you see it out there, and sometimes you just have to nurture it, and it comes out, and people do extraordinary things. So gradually the group is growing bigger. This year, while I was scrolling through internet, I just saw founder syndrome, a word. I thought, okay, I'm suffering with that. because I always feel this is my organization and I know what it means and its concept, and I don't want to pass it on to anybody because somebody will mess it up. And that is what is exactly founder syndrome is. So I thought, okay, enough is enough. Take a founder's seat, be happy with that, because that is also a great feeling in itself. Being the founder of an organization, when you are mocked at, you are made fun of, and then at that time you even then decide to continue. And so I remember a small incident about myself, and that will tell you the person I am. We were in India, and in India I'm talking about 1983-84, and we went out to watch a movie which was for adults. So at that time people will not go to A-rated movies like women. And we were standing in the queue, and then men were harassing women. So women were going back one after the other. I was in the middle of the line. And a point came then I was in the first. And my friend from the back, she said, "Come on, let's go." And I looked back and there was a long line behind me. I said, "No, today we should watch movie. Let's gear up." And then we just did our elbows like this, and I said, "Hit whoever will come, but we'll watch movie." So my friend reminds me, he said, "You were always like that." And that's how we watched movie that day. And today was coronavirus, and everybody is telling me it's unsafe, it is this and that, including my own family. But I talked to coronavirus and I said, it's not going to work today. We have to get together and we have to keep going. So going back to the founder syndrome story, so today, then I requested Sue Pats or Sumedha Patwardhan, who is an old friend of mine. Not that way, she's very young though. And we had been friends for many years. And so I asked her to be the president of Global Women Power. And she was a little hesitant to begin with. But I said, be the president and see the power you get out of it. And she is experiencing it now, because wherever she goes, people respect her being part of Global Women Power. So I will ask her to come over and share a little bit about herself. Thank you.
Thank you, Alkaji, and everyone over here. Really appreciate to be here. I have been part of a business, and the business focuses on giving financial independence to people. And I was really too much involved into it, and I always thought, okay, I can service people and I can make them financially independent, and I was thoroughly enjoying it. And when Alkaji approached me to join the team for a presidential position, initially I was really hesitant because I thought I really didn't want to distract from my business, because I thought I was really doing good service, good job, helping people in each and every possible way. But when she explained me the vision of global woman power, it made me really very, very clear because I'm in the business to help people start their own businesses and I'm promoting entrepreneurship. But then there were so many other people who were not ready for entrepreneurship, and I was feeling I'm lacking. I'm not providing them any kind of services because not everyone's goal is to start a business. So if they are not ready to start a business, how can I help them? Because when you are on this earth, you have to grow both ways. You have to grow here in time by progressing in your own life and even in eternity. And how you can grow by in eternity, basically by helping someone selflessly. That is the only way you can grow in eternity, and I wanted to grow in both ways. Then I thought, okay, our goals perfectly match because global women's power's main goal is to have financial independence for women, and that was always my goal of my life too. And I say, okay, means people who are not ready for entrepreneurship, here I can provide all kinds of services. And through global women power, you won't believe, but we can provide each and every kind of services. If I start listing, means it's a never ending list. For senior citizens, we provide training. In last 4 years, we have given 700 jobs to women. And not you won't hear it from any other even company or recruiting firm or anything. They gave 700 jobs to women, but we have done that. So we did that. We have a project called Share a Pencil, where we give pencil and paper people who are not using, and we basically send it back to India. So people who don't get this, they can use them. Also, we have a Share a Cake project where someone is lonely and they cannot celebrate their birthday. We help them. We just go and give them company so that they can enjoy their birthday. There is a lot of work actually going on for the homeless people in the area, because everybody says, oh, there are so many homeless people, but means what work are you doing for them? We provide them help. So we are working on homeless people. We are also actually working on so many restaurants, they have leftover food. So at the end of the day, you can just gather that food and provide to the homeless shelter. So we are working on that project. You name it, actually we are working on that project. If someone wants to get back to work, many women I came across, they have taken a gap because of kids and family and all. But we have programmed something called returnship, where someone can come back. We provide them the training. Yeah, most of the training we provide is for free. So we provide them training. We make sure they are ready to get into the career field. We also providing them the career dresses so that, and all the training, dress code and everything, so that they can get into the career field and they are ready to go to work. We have a free resume clinic. You name it, and means basically we have it. We have everything. We have even for your businesses, if you are a business owner, we have a biz referral group where you can get referrals. We have a core based referral group. And now actually Global Woman Power is expanding everywhere. We have a branch in India, opening in Kenya, Brazil. So pretty soon I really see it is reaching all over the world. And whichever way you can help the community, you should, right? And I really applaud you because many people, everyone is looking here actually at the negative side. But this organization and even the training which I got from the business focus on positive side. Everyone is scared of coronavirus. Why are you scared of coronavirus? The mortality rate is 2% and the regular cough and cold pneumonia mortality rate is 10%. And here also people who basically died, they are elderly and they already have some problems with their lungs and all those systems. So that is the statistics. Why are you focusing on 2%? Focus on 98% people who are recovering. So just focus on positive, and with this positivity you can actually go into places. And here also I want to tell everyone over here, whatever kind of needs you have, we are here to serve you. And We have actually our database. We will be constantly in touch with you, and you please don't hesitate to contact us if you need anything. We are there to serve you. Thank you.
Actually, we did not decide who will do what. Sumedha asked me, I don't know what are we going to do here. I say we'll take it by the ear, and so that's what you see. She comes, I go, and I go when she comes. So there are two couplets which I will speak, and then we will introduce our next speaker. She may not be knowing that she's going to the next speaker, but she has to be. There one couplet that is in my own language, but I will translate it in English. It says, हर कदम पर गिरे मगर सीखा कैसे गिरतों को थाम लेते हैं. That I fell down on every step, but I learned how to help others not to fall. And I will coil in myself, and then sometimes you say, no, I have to emerge and then help others how not to do the same mistakes. And the other couplet I forgot, but then next speaker who is here with us, her name is Rupali Verma. So, so that's what we have to be. We should be ready to talk to each other and share whatever is raw, or organic, original, not manicured and made up speeches where you don't relate to others. Somebody asked me to have a photo shoot where she showed me that I will look so beautiful. I said, no, no, no. I will not be relating to people. I do not want to look artificial. I am the real piece because I have got it with period of time. I was looking for my comb my hair. I couldn't find it, but then I just did this and came over here. So anyhow, that's how we are. We just put up the show and we have the thing. We have to get the things going, and that's what Rupali Verma is too. So she had been friends for a very long time and always a silent helper. She doesn't want to come on stage all the times, but then today is her day. I want her to come over here and share what Sumedha is saying, that there are various ways to progress, and one of them is also painting. So she has been doing extremely therapeutic kind of painting, and then I want her to share her experience that in spite of being mom, wife, business professional, and then how is she managing this thing, and what does it do to her, and how can we get benefit from her. Rupali.
Thank you for putting me on the spot. I never speak in front of people, ever. This Alka has kind of trapped me into it. Yeah, so this is just my hobby. She told me, bring some of your paintings, put them here, and you can show people. She didn't tell me I have to come on stage and get embarrassed. So yeah, I am a mom. I have a family. I go to work. I'm an engineer by profession, and ever since I was a child, I just knew I loved colors. I liked to paint, and my parents really, really helped me. They encouraged me. They got me all the supplies, paints, this, that, everything. But when it was time to choose a career, they said, no, no, no going to art school. You have to be a professional. You can't succeed in life. I mean, you have to be doing something, either a doctor or an engineer. So that's how I landed into being an engineer, because my parents wanted me to do it. And then obviously I got busy in school, college, kids, family, and the kids were little, and then they grew up, and then one day I all of a sudden realized I used to enjoy doing something for myself. I need to get back to it. So I just started, and when I picked up the brush, it was just like magic. It all came back. Like, oh, why did I miss all these years of happiness, of joy, of therapy? I mean, I just, when I start painting, I just go into another world. Like, there is nothing in this, there is no problems, there is no children, there is no husband, there is no office, there is nothing there. And then when I'm painting, and the only time I stop painting is when I get hungry, or, I realize, what happened? I'm hungry. It's been 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I didn't move from my easel. So that's the time I just kind of wake up. Okay, now. So it's been a very good journey. I have been painting for many years. I have been learning on my own a lot of things. I took some classes here and there on weekends to improve my skills, but I just feel that it comes from within me. It connects me to spirituality, to God, and I think it's a wonderful experience. I want to help people. If anybody wants to learn, they can come to my home, or I can go teach them, because it gives me pleasure to help people or to make them feel better. The way I feel, like my experience, I want others to experience too. That's all.
So a little bit more, we will talk about Global Women Power's expansion, because there are many steps everybody takes while they're growing, starting from having um, new teeth to bite the world and permanent teeth. So Global Women Power is also expanding, and so many times I have reviewed what kind of expansion am I looking for it. And so the best word I found for this is that it should be like a movement. It's a kind of a relay race where we pass on things to each other. Every year, when we are growing old, people start talking about giving it back to community. I think this is a normal feeling which people get, and then they feel happy by giving their old clothes, shoes, and some money, or listening to somebody. So it is a natural instinct, giving it back to community or giving it to others, or this line of how may I help you. And if you talk to everybody individually, what is the happiest moment in your life? Like when I helped somebody, not in exchange for something, but just helped. And then they smile from brim to brim and they say, I feel good. So keeping that in mind, we are working with National Commission for Women in India, and they are helping women, those who come over here as NRI marriages, and they want to make it safe for them when they come over here. So that is one project which was in the budding stage, but it took off, and I'm in touch with her, the IAS officer Rekha Sharma. So she wants to make sure that those who come over here after marriage, they get what they were promised, or they get the safety of a hometown from where they're coming. And similarly, in Bangladesh, we picked up, because Bangladesh human trafficking was a big issue, and there was one woman who worked for it, I don't remember her name now, but then she was awarded as CNN hero because she did so much work. She rescued 1,400 women, girls. And as a result, now there are many women organizations which are working, and they reached out to us and they wanted some help from Global Women Power because of us being in US. That is our biggest star, that we are in US, and people think that people in US can help anybody throughout the world. And so you can go to our website and see Global Women Power GWP Bangladesh, and then you will see so many projects which women over there, we all have come from that third world country, and you know how hard it is to say that I'm doing this full time and nothing else. But then there are some torch bearers, those who don't care, and they are doing it. So even if you cannot do anything, you cannot donate money, but please pass on the word to somebody else. You never know who else might be interested in doing some work. And then Brazil. Brazil is another country which we are going to open up. And in Brazilian women, they have made a group, and they are looking for training, and their English is also quite a bit of a problem. And so we're looking for volunteers from here, those who can teach them English from here, and so that they can be good on the international market if they want to do some jobs. And then also you will see Kenya. So there are a group of women, they come every day to a place where they knit, crochet, make bean bags, jewelry by hand. And some of them are really old and some of them are young, but they all sit together and they do that stuff. And I ask them to send their material over and we will try to sell. So they're not asking for money because whenever Kenya or Nigeria's name comes up, they say, oh, beware, careful, this must be a scam. But no, it is the work exchange. So they want their stuff to be bought over. And similarly, I request all of you, if you know somebody who needs help and they're living in the other part of the country or the world where things are not that privileged, so we are here, together we can work. When Sumedha is saying that we are doing everything, so you can well imagine that there must be people, those who are doing all different things. It's not one person's thing, but then I will say I was crazy enough to start everything. But then every stream is being picked up by different people and then they are taking care of that. So with that, I will invite another person who doesn't know that she is going to talk again, Archana Shyam. So she is also a motivational speaker and also she does lots of healing work, which is completely unique and that impresses me a lot. So let's listen to her, what she has to say, and she is actively involved with Global Women Power now. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the surprise. Um, hello everybody, and this is Archana here. I'm just happy to be here sharing the platform and being part of Global Women Power. One of the biggest things that has drawn me to it has been the empowerment piece, right? So empowerment is one of my number one values for which, that is something that's been evolved. If I look back on my own story over the last 10, 12, maybe even 15 years, the biggest piece for me has been stepping up and owning my power. And what I've always believed is no matter where you are, you can always lend a helping hand. There's somebody you can always reach out to say, and hey, come on, I've been there, I can help you too. So that's been one of the biggest motivations for me to do the work that Alka just mentioned. Yes, my background is in finance, IT, and all that, but right now my passion and my heart is in my intuitive work. And I work with stressed out high performers who are feeling stuck. So I help them step up and own their power so they bring in success with confidence and clarity. So that's what I do. Of course, there's a lot of it that's based on energy, spirituality, and all those pieces. But at the end of the day, it's empowerment and it's making a difference and helping people shift that drives what I do. So thank you and happy to be here.
Any questions anybody has from Archana?
Yeah.
When she goes over back.
So what kind of healing do you do?
So
Like Reiki, I don't know, what all is involved. So.
sure. So yeah, I am a Reiki master, but the bulk of the work that I do that I call energy healing is also based off of the medical intuitive work.
She taught in my family life, she taught me in my spiritual world, she taught me in each and every area of my life, and I'm better person because of her today. And Sangeeta, means I would like you to mention what work you do and how you help women and families to become financially independent. I would really like to honor you for that.
Thank you so much. So first of all, that feels really great to be validated this way. I'm very excited about being here. Thank you for inviting me, and for the honor, because first of all, I hadn't known much about this organization until Sue told me about it, and I went up and looked it up, and there's a lot of stuff like she mentioned that they're doing that is very exciting, and I really would like to be affiliated a little more with it, because the one thing I realized, and I know Sue and I have go back many years, and I won't tell you how many because then you'll calculate the ages. So, but we go back a while, and what I've realized, and what when my association with Sue has also shown me, is that women can do whatever they set out to do, And the point is to I like what it says when it says enhance and empower, because we educate. Everybody's educated right now. That's not a concept of the traditional education. But when it comes to educating a woman about other factors, I see there's a severe lack in that. So when the the excitement that you see with Sue, I got very uh, inspired by when I see her. Is that she has the energy, right? Constant energy and an enthusiasm to do things. And this is what I like to see duplicated, among the women we meet and mentor, because mentorship is something that you hear it everywhere. Everybody talks about being mentored or to mentor somebody or to gain mentorship. But what it truly means is that you have to support throughout. It's not something that you learn in a class session once you go and you're done with it. Mentorship follows you throughout, right? And I've seen Sue help and mentor a lot of people, and she has really inspired me because she's very successful. When I first met her, she was an engineer. I mean, who's not in this Bay Area, right? But she pushed herself to do something more than that. She did not want to be, stuck in the rut that most people give up to. And I really liked what I'm sorry, I didn't get your name again.
Archana.
Yeah, Archana. What Archana talked about is people don't even know they're stuck in something. They're looking to get out of the rut, right? And Sue figured that out really early. And I know a lot of you here know her, but she figured out that she had to do something else with her life, and that is what that education is all about. Some people like Sue figure it out, but if we can tell women that there is so much more that you can do than being in the rut that society expects you to be in, I know it sounds cliche to say it, but the world would be a much better place. Much more exciting, much more fun, much more rich, because women can bring so much into this world. And Sue has embodied that. I've seen her help and mentor a lot of people, and within a lot of causes. She's never restricted herself to any one cause. She's been free and very giving with her time, her energy, her expertise, her money, her everything that I've seen, and with the same level of enthusiasm that you see here today. So I'm very thankful to you, Sue, for bringing me here and getting me to know more about global women power. I hope to do more with this and with Sue helping. But thank you very much, Sue, for this opportunity.
Thank you. Yeah, we really appreciate. And Sangeeta is available for any kind of help you need in anything, because she is actually proficient in so many areas. She's into health related, business related, beauty related, any related question you have, you can approach her. And hers is a constant ongoing mentorship, and we really appreciate you, Sangeeta. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want to honor the second person who is sitting actually here in the first row, and I have been knowing her also for a while. And she is the one who is really selflessly going out people and helping them all the way. She has two small kids and really buzzing family and overworking husband, but she never gives any excuses, and she is always available with full smile. Yeah, means if you are looking for good real estate service and also for the lowest possible loan rates, yeah, you can always approach her. So without further delay, let me invite Dimple to come over here and tell something more about what work you do and how you can help the community. Here is Dimple.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you very much. I'm into contact with Sue since many years. We have met at many places, and then we got connected online too. And then she was asking me, that we are doing different activities, and then so one thing was coming all the time in my mind that I also want to help society. It's not by profession, truly I'm telling you, not by profession, but I really feel sometimes within myself that if anybody come across to me and any type of help, like any kind of guidance. Why I would say guidance also? Because basically I am when I studied in my college time, I was studying psychology. I did master in clinical psychology, and then I was into profession to help kids and parents towards different psychological aspects, whether it is career guidance or clinical counseling or parenting. And then, but when I moved to US, like I was searching a job and then I didn't find any job in my field of psychology. Can you believe it? So I said, and then I came to know that I have to study either PhD or master over here. Though I studied master as well as I did the PG diploma in Mumbai University. And then also, so I said, okay, like if I will sit for study for PhD, then it will take 4-5 years, right? And then, because my kids are very small, and then I don't want to injustice to my kids or my husband, and then said, okay. And then I started just looking for any kind of job, and I landed into the mortgage industry. And when I got the opportunity, before getting the opportunity, like when I was interviewing, that owner said that you have done psychology, you are master in psychology, your experience in that, then how can you perform in mortgage industry? I said, really good question. But you know what, like right now, I'm in such a situation that I want to do something. I don't want to sit at home. I just want to go out and use my knowledge, my capacity. I know I'm from different background. And then she said that, but still how you will perform? What did I say, You just hire me. If I don't perform well, in 2 months, you just fire me. then she said, yeah, I just like that confidence only. And then I just went into that one. And then afterwards, after gaining a few years of experience, and then I thought that, okay, let me start my own. And then I did the certification in real estate as well as a mortgage professional. And I really want to, help people in 2 aspects mainly. One is because being a psychologist, consciously or unconsciously, I read opposite person's mind. So and I do the volunteering at temple. So there also sometimes when I come across and I figure out, then I just step forward and tell them that, okay, if you want to talk something, if you want to help something, if I need to connect with other persons or party, please let me know. And then the second thing, I can help you to my community, those who are looking for any kind of, real estate needs, whether to buy a home, first time home buyer or as investment property, or if you are looking for any kind of purchase loan or refinance. And based on that, if you allow me, then I would like to say a few great niches what we have, what our company offers. I'm attached with GMCC. The full form is General Mortgage Capital Corporation. We are having 7 offices in Bay Area and then 4 offices in Southern California. So we are more than 400 plus loan agents and real estate agents under one roof. And the main great niche I would like to tell you is if anybody is looking for a home loan which up to 1.5 million or 2 million. Can you tell me anybody that if we want to buy a 2 million home or 1.5 million, how much down payment we need? Can anybody guess?
20%.
See, here it is. At our company, with our loan programs, 15, 20, yeah, 10. Let me tell you, we provide the loan, we are able to approve the loan just with the 5% down payment for up to 2 million loan purchase price. Just with the 5% down payment, up to 2 million purchase price, we are able to do the loan.
How
Yes.
high does your credit score have to be for that?
700.
Okay, wow.
And with exception, we go with minimum 680 credit score too. So this is the one very, I have put up my flyer too. This is the very small part I'm telling you. We do have such a loan program where there is some business person who do not have a regular income. You know that W2 income, somebody is doing a job or somebody is doing business, both of their income would be different. Both of them are earning, but their income is different. When you are on a job, you have a continuous same salary paycheck. But you are into business, it is up and down, right? We do have such a loan program where if you do not have income for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, but you have a very large deposit, we can qualify for you for that loan program. And that qualification also comes under not just 300k, 400 or 600k loan amount. If you have large deposit, you can be qualified for 1 million, 1.5 million or 2 million too. So these are the other stuff. And then if I talk about the other bank statement program, if somebody is looking for kind of bank statement program, or somebody is foreign national, you might be knowing that there are many people who lives in other country but they do business here, so they are called foreign national. So we do provide the loans for them too. Now I would like to definitely answer if anybody is having any kind of questions regarding any type of real estate to buy or sell, or to go for any kind of loan programs. Like I know like there are standard stuff already available in all the banks everywhere, but we are a direct lender. We have both the channel. We are a direct lender as well as we have broker channel. What does it mean? That we have our well structured loan program where in standard criteria, if somebody's loan is not fitting, we are able to help them and approve the loan. So I'm completely fine if anybody has any kind of questions. Yes, please.
So I heard that the underwriters are really tightening down and it's much harder now to get a loan.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing to compensate that? Your company?
Sure. So here is the thing. When you go for a conforming loan or a high balance loan, those loans are very liberal to get a final approval. In the terms of the conforming loan limits are up to 460k, and then high balance goes up to now is 765. So in those you don't have to you just provide your income documents, no tax return also, just income documents, W2 and your down payment, or if you are going for the refinance, you just provide your regular documents that, and then you are done. But if you go for a jumbo loan, so coming to the main your question, that if underwriters are very strict, yes, for jumbo loans underwriters are very strict in this terms of, if you have a large deposit sitting in your bank statement and you have provided, so you have to just provide the letter of explanation from where that large deposit came in, right? This is the one example. But to answer more of your question is that when particular exact scenario comes, we really have an exception from our higher management for each and every loan program. Definitely we see practically, okay, that this is the income they have and this is the down payment they have, and the credit report, when we evaluate the credit report, we see that if 95% credit report is positive and only 5 things are there which is negative, we try to improve that credit report and we fix it, we repair it. We repair the credit report and then we put it for the underwriting.
Wow.
So that is the another way. Yeah. Yes.
So what's the max debt to income ratio you work with?
So we have a different loan programs with from 43, 45 and 49 and 55. For jumbo loan, you won't believe, for jumbo loan for up to 2 million or about 2 million, we can go up to 49% DTI. You might have heard 43% for jumbo DTI and 45. Some lenders or some banks will go up to 45, but we can go up to 49%, 49.99%, which means that 5% it really improves the purchase power. So DTI, high DTI improves the purchase power as well as the lower down payment. We know here, right, that Bay Area is all about very high price homes or any kind of property, right? So those who wants to buy in a very early stage of their life and have limited down payment, so minimum down payment you give, definitely. Afterwards, in that scenario, if you will compare to interest rate, little bit it would be little higher than the standard one, right? Because when we want something that definitely the investor won't look at everything, right? They just, okay, you want to have the loan, you want to have the property, right? But you have, these are the minus point and these are the plus points. We will get it done. So, if somebody is wondering that what would be the difference of interest rate, for the standard loan interest rate, let's say it is 3.25, and then for this one would be around 3.875 or 4%, not much, right?
Yeah, she'll be available to you even later on to answer all your questions in detail.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you service out of state loans or primarily California?
No, only in California. Right now, we are doing only in California. But yeah, in future, we may.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, I'm really surprised that your boss asked how can your psychology will help in mortgage, because according to me, above any subject, psychology comes first. Because I used to get really good grades in college, and everybody asked me what is the secret of getting good grades. I say, instead of studying subject, I study the teacher's psychology. Mainly I just say what he's going to ask in the paper. Whether I learn the subject or not, it is totally different. Because many times actually, any subject is like sponge. Means I will absorb everything and then I will throw it into the, at the exam time. And when I come out and I'm totally blank. Means I don't know nothing about that subject. So psychology comes for anything, any field, psychology comes the first and then any other subject. So I'm really surprised your boss asked that question. But anyway, so that is my experience. And actually I just would like to mention little bit about raising people's self-images and about coronavirus. So I just wanted to mention little bit about the booth I have placed over here, because many people have fear about coronavirus. Instead of getting just scared about coronavirus, just try to increase your immunity. Increase your immunity just by regular means. Means, for example, just take vitamin C like orange or lemon every couple of hours, or increase the garlic intake in your diet, or any spicy food like even black pepper, red chili flakes, or cloves or ginger. Anything can increase your immunity. Even there are a lot of yoga things, pranayama and meditation, positive thinking, everything helps your immunity. So means if you don't listen to social media and too much of junk on the TV or WhatsApp, whoever sending whatever messages, you will be fine. But if you want any additional help, there are supplements. For example, if you cannot take vitamin C every couple of hours, you can take a long lasting and releasing vitamin C supplement. You can, if you want to increase your immunity even further, you can take echinacea, you can take probiotic, you can increase your gut health. So all those things are available. And I just wanted to say that they have found the research, they have done the survey, and every woman who has high self image, she thinks high self worth, makes more money. And many times, how can you increase your self image? You dress well and you look good, because for women that is the main thing. And many times, many women, they want to look younger. And how can you look younger? You can wear anti-aging skincare. So that also actually I have placed over here. So if anyone, and there are so many options. You don't have to go for plastic surgery. You can use your skincare and you can take care of proper your skin. You don't have to go for plastic surgery and spend thousands and dollars. So you can have actually that all those benefits available at the shoestring. And just wanted to mention little bit, because people having suffering with the joint pains and all. So there is a new CBD. People can come and try. So I just wanted to mention that little bit about that. Okay. Okay, so so without further delay, let me invite the founder, Alka.
Looking at the definition of the word power, what does power mean? So many times that becomes the main goal of life. I should be powerful. And I asked different people, they have different answer for word power. Power means control people, dictate and order. And I found out the meaning of power was how useful you are. And more useful you are, more people want to talk to you. I go to gym for 1 hour, and when I come back, I see my phone, all the red numbers. I said, oh my God, if I'm not there, how will they survive without me? That gives me a good feeling. That makes me feel powerful, because I think that is the goal, to achieve that power, by being useful as many ways as possible. So saying that, I want to talk about little bit being a woman and being a man, both together. All the spiritual leaders and those who advanced in their spiritual journey, like say Buddha or also Rajneesh, and then there were certain other preachers also, they said the highest level of existence is when you experience man and woman in oneself. So I help people when their relations are going sour and they want to fix it. And I see that woman has to be a little bit like a man, and a man has to be a little bit like a woman. Only then you understand that how a woman feels, or a woman understands how a man feels. Because whenever I did counseling for them, man is wired totally differently. He doesn't think about what woman is thinking. So I saw a comedy show, and then he said, I was sitting and I was thinking, and my wife comes and he says, what were you thinking? He said, nothing. He said, no, 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 that's not possible. You must be thinking something. He said, no. What are you thinking about me? He said, no, no, no. Oh, you never think about me. So then the fight starts. So when I talk to men one on one, they don't talk about their wife or the family. Their main interest is their muscles and their career and their growth and money they are going to make. And a woman, she is talking all about how he is not treating her right. And so I asked both of them that you start thinking how a woman might be thinking, and women should start thinking how a man is thinking. So that makes us complete, because we both think from our own perspective. So I went to a couple of men, those who have come over here, and I asked them to come over here and share a little bit of your spotlight or your viewpoint on being with a woman who is successful, doing something, and what is your role and how do you see that? Nagesh, will you like to come over?
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk here. I will just take 1 minute to say thank you to all the women in the world for all your sacrifices. I really want to thank my mom, who sacrificed everything to raise me and send from a village to here. So she has done a lot of sacrifices, and I know a lot of women do the sacrifices. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm happy to hear all the encouraging work you guys are doing. I really wish I could help if any way possible. I came to know about this one through Zoom, so I just showed up.
So do you need any help from Women Power?
No, I'm good. I'm good, but I can offer any help that you guys are doing. Any services you provide, I can definitely offer any help. I work as an engineer here, like any other person, but I'm not a software engineer. I do hardware design, product design. So it's a little different, but I do have a lot of other skills also, so I can definitely help.
Can you elaborate on your skills?
Yeah, so I like to teach. I like to really teach to kids, and I have a lot of innovative ways how I can teach some fundamentals about math, science, and art a little bit. So definitely, if there are any opportunities that you guys are having through the Global Women Power, I definitely want to contribute. This is, I think it's setup is broken.
You can
can remove the mic and just
Yeah.
anyone can hold it just in a hand. Just let it stand up. Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, I'm definitely happy to answer.
You said you design what? Is that,
I do product design,
what kind of
product
products?
consumer electronics product design, like your phones and tablets.
You make them?
Yeah, phones and tablets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's little different, but
So is it your own business?
no, it's through a company
What's the name of the company?
called Amazon.
That's great.
Yeah, we have a hardware research lab in Sunnyvale. It's called Lab 126. I know some of you are familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 126 means 1 is A and 26 is Z. So we try to design A to Z products
Yes.
at our place. So all the Alexa devices you guys are seeing, so we are part of that product design group.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, I forgot your name, but Mr. Priya? So I watched these two movies recently. One is Panga and another is Thappad.
He's already
And my husband instructed me no more such movies anymore. So I want you to share on the same lines. How do you see women's role, and what is your contribution to encourage that?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So congratulations to all the women today on the Women's Day. My name is Mr. Priya. My name is Avinash. I came here because my wife was going to be here, and I didn't know I would be here this morning. But she said please accompany me, and so I thought this would be a good occasion. We live in Fremont. We used to live in Fremont. Now we live in San Ramon. We have a son who goes to. He's a senior. He's just about to graduate from high school. So in my case, I would definitely say the role of women has been very, very strong in my life. Came as a shock a bit, but from the spiritual side of my life, I am a big devotee of, you might have heard of the hugging saint Amma, Mata Amritanandmayi. I've been seeing her for more than 20 years now. That's somebody that I really look up very high to. And she has given a lot of solace to the whole world. She's hugged like 40 billion people and a lot of charitable projects throughout the world. And coming into my own family, I think I've got a lot of support from my wife. She's very exceptionally successful in her real estate career. By the way, I work for Visa right now. I'm a product management director at Visa. I was at Oracle for 20 years, and I joined Visa like 7-8 months ago. I do a little bit of real estate on the side. I dabble on, but my wife is the main person. She does real estate, and she has a excellent understanding of much better than me, I would say, and has helped a lot of clients develop their investment portfolios, including our own selves. So I feel very grateful to be supported by Women Power, not only in my material life, but also, as I said, about spiritual life. And as you were saying, at the highest level, all the realized souls have said that the soul does not really have a gender. So we take bodies according to our karmas or according to our emotions. Some people become women, some people take male bodies, but at the end of the day, the consciousness does not have a gender. So that's about me. Any questions I can answer?
So how to be married to a careerist woman?
How to be a man? I guess it's a kind of balance, give and take. We had one child growing up, and now he's senior, so he can kind of take care quite a bit of himself. But I guess it was both joint efforts. In my previous job, I had the kind of a facilities where I could work from home quite a bit. So kind of he balanced out. Some days I could work from home and take care of my son when he was growing up, and when she would be out. So it's kind of balance. And weekends are always tough with real estate people, as you know, because it requires a lot of work on the weekends.
Yes,
Right? So
absolutely.
yeah, you know that as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yeah.
So another thing which I want to take up is being working in non-profit and how challenging is it, and what do we need. We just talked what we can do, and we said we can do almost everything. So sometimes people ask me, "Oh, is there something which you cannot do?" I said, root canal therapy, I haven't tried. Other than that, I'm doing everything. So non-profit, most of the time, people's question is, what do I get out of it? That is the number one question. And the number two question, which all of us are suffering with, is lack of money, because we are all chasing money, and then lack of time, because there is no time. So these are both the things needed by a non-profit. We need money and we need time. So there was a, I don't know when I became a storyteller, but I tell stories all the time. So I had a friend, and I called her late at night, and she didn't pick up the phone. So I asked her, I said, we are going towards an age where we want people, those who should pick up our phone. Because if somebody is calling late at night, you cannot pretend that you didn't hear, or you were busy, or you were sleeping. If you can take the phone, you take the phone. So that is where this need of help for all of us is there, that if we are together in a group and we need help, and we are always looking for somebody to spare some time for us so that we can be helped. So that is called as being volunteering. And then sometimes help cannot be done without money. So at that time, money is needed. So whatever minimum one can give, one should be able to, because we offer membership at $20 per month, and that $20 go a long way. And that has helped many people. I will introduce to other people also whom I could help, because I was getting some money from other people as well, and their life changed quite a bit. So while I was, the person who doesn't want to come here, her name is Hema, but she did promise that she will wave her hand from wherever she is. Can you?
Thank you.
Person can be that she's retired from active lifestyle of going to job all the time and chasing money. She says, how much is enough? And I have enough. So that's a great feeling to have. And then she is ready to, we did all these things. She was here early in the morning, and then that's how we fixed the whole place for everybody to be here. And then I will introduce you to Nancy Tobisman. And before that, I will ask Michelle to come over here. And I will introduce Michelle a little, because we are living in a world where we mostly meet with other fellow Indians, and then we know we have typical kind of problems. But then if you go to the general society, there are so many drug problem, alcohol problem, and then women are also facing abuse and going to jail or something like that. So I will ask Michelle to talk about the second chance and what kind of women are there, and then how can we help, because that is the place where she had real encounter with the general strata of women, where the real help is needed. Because once you're out of track, your bus is off rail, then who will help you to come back and the mainstream? And that's why I asked Michelle to share something about that.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I work for Alka. Second Chance, let's see, it's a program for women and men, and it's for rehabilitation for drug abuse. And the women there, it's a Phoenix program, and they are trying to get women to get back into the work world, back into society, and function like a normal person would, and not be, I guess, how can you put it? I didn't know I was going to do this. Okay, but not going to be judged for their past, or their past drug abuse or whatever, being abused by a man or anything, they're going to be treated equally as all women and men should be, in today's world. But it just helps them. They just need a second chance. They need somebody to open a door and say, hello, here. We're not going to judge you. We're going to take you for who you are, and look forward. And your past is your past. The future is now, and we're going to move on. And that's basically what Second Chance does. Is it gives you hope, and in more ways than one. My son and myself, we were homeless, and I stayed at Second Chance Shelter for a year. And they were wonderful. They gave him the sense of feeling like he had a place of security and safety. And even just the doors walking into Second Chance, they have the safety and security. They have meetings, they have all sorts of things. They have family family things for the kids and everything once in a while. But they give you hope, is what they do. They give you the hope and just the sense of knowing that it's going to be okay. That you don't have to keep doing that road, that there's more to life than just using and abusing and, so.
So what can we do? Can you suggest some things?
If any of you have small businesses or anything, go to Second Chance and you can ask them, at the Phoenix program, if there's any women that are ready to be, make that step forward to work and be responsible, because they will, they work with the women there, and so that's basically, it's just, offering up, your time, and if you have a small business, like I said, to employ them, give them a chance, and show them that they do mean something and they are important, they're not just a beating block, or they're just not, because that's how I was. I'm a former drug addict, and I was also abused really bad. And I've overcome all of that, basically. And it took me a long time, but I did it. So.
You don't know how pretty you're looking in this outfit. So these are the projects, now my interest is going towards, because this is where we can, if we help one person, then she can take care of child and she can carry on with life. So if you want to volunteer with these kind of work, you are more than welcome. I have sent proposal already to Second Chance people, and they said, come on, bring your presentation and give it to us. And I have been to some of such, meetings of them, and you will be amazed how non-judgmental they are. Totally affectionate, and they just let you be, and people just come out with whatever they have done, or whatever they want to own responsibility for. And so keeping that in mind, another project which I am starting, and I need your time and help, and if money also I won't mind, that is, I call it as Power Hour. So Power Hour I'm going to do every day. Luckily we have many offices, so from 5 to 6 it will be available. Any day you want to come over, want to talk about business, your health, your personal problem, you're stressed out, you're having anxiety attacks, whatever. So that 1 Power Hour will be there where you can come and meet with other people. It's not like I will be talking or saying something. I want that platform to be open and known for others to come and then take that help. So I just all the time dream of all the various ways in which we can do something about it, because little bit is, you don't know how important that can be. So with that, I will invite Nancy, whom I met in front of Safeway while she was walking, and I said, hey, how come you are looking like you are a white woman and you're wearing Indian outfits, and what is this combination? And she said, I am a Gori, but I am married to a Sikh. And then from there is the history. Nancy had been with me for 3 years, and she is just awesome. I just keep telling her that, there are not many people, those who have traits and characteristics like you, and she doesn't believe that. Let's see if you make her believe that. Come on, Nancy.
Thank you, Alka. Oops, there goes my power. So I'm Nancy, and Vice President of Global Women Power.
And when Alka asked me to be that, I had thought, why does she want me to be the Vice President of Global Women Power? I'm not an engineer, I'm not a famous person, I don't know high tech, I don't have a history of success in numbers. And she said, because you never asked for anything in return. But actually, we all are involved in Global Women Power to see something in return. And what is that we need to see in return? To see multiplication, to see other people being helped. So I am also a volunteer because we want Global Women Power to expand just beyond a couple of countries. And we're actually here for ourselves because when we grow old and we leave from this world, we have to pass the legacy on to the next generation. So, you know, when a man, there's some research was done, when a man and a woman become intimate, she absorbs in her brain the man's DNA. It's amazing. So that makes her a Wa man, like woman, Wa meaning great in Punjabi. I don't know if you have that phrase in Hindi. So, and there's, in the Hebrew language, Ish is man, Isha is woman. And there is a letter from each word put together. There's the E sound in the Ish for man, and there's the Hey, the ha sound in Isha. And when they're together, it has the letters Y and H, which is Yah. It's a word for God in Hebrew. And the reality is that the global women are power because women don't stand alone. We're not alone. Adam was created. It's not good that man be alone. Why? Because you have to have the she. You have to have the she. Because it takes two together. An empowered woman. It's okay to be married, but if we're not able to function on our own, Alka does the soul body healing, and she helps people unwind, get all the negative inspiration out. And she's taught me a lot of things. So if we think we're going to leave our parents' home and go into another territory, which is have your own family, if we're not prepared for that, how are we going to even function as a wife or even pass down positive legacies? There's a lot of power in us. It doesn't mean power that we already have, but more power that we can get. It's not speaking about an ego trip, but the best way to get the power is to admit that we need more. Sometimes it hurts to change. It hurts to realize we have to make this change. So, you have people going door to door, you have to get saved, but we're saved from ourselves. How do we get the blindness out of our eyes? Punjabi, Kip Satyara Hoya, Kip Koda Tuttepal, Guru Nanak says, how do I adapt to change? Hukam Razai Chalana, the natural laws of the universe. Things go the way they go. And we have challenges in our lives, not that God is being entertained, but He's conditioning us. He's shaping us, preparing us. If we don't know what it means to suffer, how in the world are we going to be able to relate to someone else that does? Or even recognize that there is a need? And that the problems with the peace in the world, it doesn't start with the woman, but it starts with every individual. So the mother is the hub of the community, hub of the family. So the importance of the role of a woman in this world is to empower herself and to be an asset to the community, not a nuisance. And although society, religions marginalize us, as Alka says, there is still room for the woman. No matter how much is against us, there's that more that is for us, that much more that is for us. It's the whole entire, the invisible, behind the scenes of the sun, the sky, the earth, under the sea. And this is our safe haven. It's the unseen. It's that faith. We call it God. People have different names for God. But the science of how to adapt to change, the science of how to give ourselves that self-confidence to know that we can do it. Alka gave me some tasks to do. She told me to go to the Indian embassies, contact this embassy, the different parts of every country. How am I going to do this? They don't know who I am. So when she says do something, I know, don't ask questions. She's got volumes of volumes on HR consultations, marketing. She knows a lot. So anyway, I started emailing and calling, and then our first appointment was with the Indian Embassy. Alka fell and broke her arm, and I had leg surgery, and we went there, and here we are limping. I'm limping from my leg surgery. She has her arm in a slant, and we had the appointment with the Indian Embassy. Sumati Rao was who we met, and we come to the door. Oh, we're here. We're Global Women Power. So Alka told us at our meeting, we should stay determined and not give up, and start a project, have one, and keep with it. Be persistent, because it's not the quantity of things, but it is the quality. Like a forest starts with one spark. Each and every one of us has that spark inside of us. And when you put these sparks together, oh my God, the difference that it makes. Because we're here not to bash men, but to complement what the men are already doing. So this is Global Women Power. I am so blessed to meet Alka, and I'm so honored to work with Global Women Power. Join us. Be a part. Ask us, how can I help? Because we have a lot of programs to fund professional services for those in need. Where's the money coming from? It cannot come from her pocket or from mine, but through the network as donations come in. And Alka said, don't go assuming and asking right away for donations. We don't do that. We show people what we want to do, what we want to see happen. And then all of a sudden they're inspired. So we're unique from all these other nonprofit organizations. We're not here to try to impress you all and give and contribute, but you see what we're doing, and if you want to be a part of it, you're welcome to help us, whether it's volunteering, whether it's financial. I'm going to leave with that note, and thank you so much.
So aren't she impressive? And when she writes an email, she sends it to me. She says, can you check if it is okay to send this one? I says, come on, you're asking me? Just send it. And whatever wrong happens, we'll see after that. So we have, the time is that we all, whatever we are doing, the goal is not to overwhelm others or impress others, because that has already been happening quite a lot. People just want to overwhelm with numbers. We have done this, we have this much. Now is the time to relate with each other so that we feel connected, because without that, it's not going to work. It is tough to become part of something which is not bringing money right away. Even my own husband, sometimes when he is in bad mood, he says, what do you get out of Global Women Power? You waste so much of your time. I have to look at his face at that time, like all the pain and suffering he's having because of my time in Global Women Power. And then my friend in India, she says, whenever he fights, he just tells, I will stop your Global Women Power, I'm telling you. So then this power walk happened in India, and then she got invited by NCW, I told you, the IS officer, and now he is also standing there with that placard, who was saying, I'll stop this. And then she said, there were so many people walking behind us in Global Women Power, and that's showing that we are safe and things like that. And the next thing I hear is that he sends me a picture, because Times of India put his picture on the first page with the Global Women Power placard. So it takes time for diamond to shine, like so many years it is, the deeper it is, the shinier it is. That's how the diamond's cost increases. So after this also we can continue to meet with each other. The best way to be in touch is the website and the Facebook page, where we keep updating all the time and keep uploading new things. And there is another person who is trying to make sure that we all look nice in the memories and in the video and in the photos. And she is my dear, dear friend, Poonam. I always take her picture. I says, you're always behind the camera and somebody has to take your picture too. And I really want to acknowledge her from the core of my heart because she is really helpful. And right from the very beginning, she's coming and giving her time. And she is running Sitare TV. You want to say something? Poonam?
No, it's fine. You said it. Thank you.
So she is running Sitare TV, and every time all her programs are very thoughtfully made. That is the beauty about it. And I see that thoughtfulness in some of the dishes she makes and she puts on Facebook. And she is a very sensitive human being. And I really appreciate, Poonam, your presence in my life.
Thank you. Thank you for being friends. Thank you.
I wanted to honor somebody very special that has an office right, almost right next door to our Global Women Power location. And her name is Olga. And she came from a country where it's hard to advance financially and it's a lot of challenges. Her and her husband, can you come forward? Are you too shy? Stand up at least. Olga has a fitness business where they personally train you. And her husband is a bodybuilder, not in the sense of the biggest muscles, but they're very compassionate and friendly people. And I invited them to our power mixer, and they're just so special. So they have a new business. And when you get a chance afterwards, please introduce yourself to them. They have specials going on, and it helps you with the weight loss, it helps you be young, and so forth. So Olga, wave your hand. Thank you so much. Okay.
So this will be our last but the most important presentation. It is not easy for one woman to impress another woman because every woman thinks that I'm the best and I look the best here. But there are so many women in my life, those who really, really impressed me in a way that a woman should impress. Like she impressed me as a mother, and she impressed me as a professional, and she impressed me as a human being, and she, like multiple ways, which I adopted. So I will share a little bit about, she's here now, her name is Sangeeta Reggae, and she teaches music, but that is not the real thing. I will share my experience with her. I went to learn music from her for my spiritual purposes. And she was so unique, and she said for 3-4 weeks, don't sing anything, just listen. And that was such a different approach. And I listened to whatever music notations she was going through, and then it went through me. And I learned it in a way that today I can say that I can sing, but otherwise before that I was thinking that singing maybe next lifetime, not this lifetime. So that I learned from her. And then cooking methods, I learned from her what to cook, what to eat. And then most important, there were so many misconceptions about food I had, and then she just took them all away one by one. And then as a mother, she is a perfect blend of being mother and father both in the same way. And I will not take lots of your time, and I'll ask Sangeeta to come over here and just, you can ask her multiple questions also because she can cover all the aspects of life. So, big clap for Sangeeta.
I'm sort of humbled, I don't know what to say. So, well, I don't consider myself a very unique or a very special person. I'm just a ordinary person, but who has experienced life, basically. And I changed my life practically because I had gained a lot of weight during my those years. And one day I decided that, no, I don't want to be like this. I want to look good. I want to lose extra pounds. I want to be healthy. And basically I took control of my life, and from there the journey started. Then I learned about Ayurveda, then how to cook, how to basically use different vessels so that the metals benefit your life. And so it has been a journey. Then I have been teaching music for last 13 years, and then I got into a spiritual aspect of music. So music is just not for entertainment, and basic purpose of music is to heal, to heal you, to give you joy, to heal you. And because the sound waves is a very powerful medium, and when it passes through you, you can, you know, that I can't explain it basically. You have to experience it. And basically, I took holistic approach towards everything, and I try to live stress-free life as much as possible.
We can see
So-
on your face. Definitely, I'm telling you. The glow of your face tells everything.
Thank you. So, if you guys have any questions, just
Can you share a little bit about the cooking style?
Yeah.
Ah. um, so generally, we eat all the basi food, what you call it, leftovers and all. So I just stopped eating all the leftovers. So I cook as much as I want. I don't cook extra, so I don't waste anything. And little bit, it took me a while to get used to that lifestyle because it is a lot of effort. But then I learned about different gadgets. Like white clay, I like using clay pots. So I started using white clay because it's a multi-cooker, but it has clay pot inside, like your instant pot. And exactly like that, so I just put the timer on, but it's little slow, it's not like instant. But it is a multi-cooker, it's not as slow as slow cooker. Then I want benefits of those certain metals. So stainless steel is normal, it doesn't harm you, but it doesn't benefit you either. So I ordered, old-fashioned kalai pots from India, brass pots. And I learned that tin is the metal which prevents diabetes. And so it has to be in your diet every day. So I started using kalai pots, and one thing I noticed with tin brass pots, that I have been eating a lot of food, but I'm not gaining any weight. That is the one thing I can tell you, that I have, no, seriously, in last 2 months, I'm like, how am I consuming so much food and I'm
Still not gaining.
not gaining any weight? I'm still the same. So today one of my students came over and she said, Sangeeta Di, I actually lost so much weight, and she bought those pots. So there has to be something in that old-fashioned metal that it's not, you don't gain weight basically. So, and all of you know those traditional pots. And then what to eat, when to eat, that is most important. So cooking methods, I pay attention to foods of opposite property basically. I don't do that. Means I don't drink glass of milk with glass of juice. So, carbs I don't mix with acidic fruits. So because I see so many people, putting so many fruits on their pancakes and all, but it's technically not good. Bioavailability of everything goes down. So I'm very particular about combinations of food, and it's all about bioavailability of what you eat. So, and my Ayurvedic doctor friend, she told me that if your body is absorbing it, your face will show it. If not, your body is not processing it well. No matter, you can be drinking this much kale juice every day, but can your body digest it? What is the bioavailability for you? And it can be different for every person. So basically, I would say eat what you can digest. And everyday eating outside meals, everyday eating, what do you call it?
Junk food.
Junk food, yeah, junk food, which has no nutritional value is not, I don't do that. And I do it, it's not like I don't ever eat junk food, but I make sure that if I eat junk food today, then tomorrow I'm not going to eat it, for sure, yes. Not necessarily, I won't repeat it again and again. Like you eat samosas today, but I will make sure that I don't eat it for next 4-5 days until it passes through my system completely. So, and I cook a lot, basically. I cook a lot, definitely. It's a lot of effort, but it's worth it.
So, is there anything you would like to share as a single mom, or your message towards women?
I would say I have tremendous faith in God. So, I think He made me sail through everything. And I accept everything as part of my destiny. I do have a partner, definitely, but I have, I don't know, I sail through everything.
So, what is your message for other women, folk, like how to deal with being a woman in different parts of life?
Go with the flow, I would say. Don't stress yourself out.
Yeah. I have a question for you. One of your students actually, she was actually promoting you a lot, and she was telling me you should go and learn singing from her. I said, no way, means if I start singing, means everyone will run away. She said, no, if you go to her, she will make you sing. She will make you sing properly. Means still I don't have courage to come and learn singing. So what is your, can you put that kind of belief in your students?
Everybody sings. Now, because see, my approach towards music is very mathematical. Because human mind retains mathematical data more than aesthetics. So I make your mind understand what is the mathematics behind what you are learning. And once you learn that, your mind starts calculating frequencies and beats and everything. That's it. Then you will sing. Because the main approach is like people, first of all, they teach in big groups. I don't teach in large groups. All my students, 90% of my adult students are all one-on-one. So I don't teach in groups because there's an exchange of sound waves and you need to hear each other properly. So kids, I have few kids who learn together, but they are brothers and sisters, and so, and some kids just need that social interaction. But with adults and teenagers, there is no need for social interaction when they need. So it's just me and them. So basically, I would say my unique thing is the mathematical approach I take for your mind to understand what you are doing. I don't let my students use any books. It has to be memorized. It has to be in your mind. You need to know what you're doing.
Last question. I think I did something wrong with my daughter. My daughter was really good with the keyboard and piano, and morning she would wake up and she said, by evening I'll have this song ready. And by evening she would play that song, and it was like a magical, and she was gifted, and neither me nor my husband, we have that ability, but my husband's family, everyone is actually musical, so she must have gotten from him. But then people started telling me, she should have proper training. And then I had a piano teacher coming and started teaching her and do, re, mi and all, and she totally lost interest, and now she doesn't touch piano at all. So I really feel it is, I did something wrong with her. I mean, she was okay, she was doing fine, and I tried to train her the traditional way, and that's why she lost her interest.
See, the thing is, each teacher has his own teaching style. You need to know whether your daughter really likes that teacher. Are they on the same wavelength? If teacher pushes too much, students just lose interest. I have so many students, sometimes parents come to me
and they just want to get that child on the stage within 2 months. And I say, I'm not the teacher. You know, if you want to teach your child music for the sake of performance, then I'm not the right one. So maybe, you know, their wavelength did not match. Maybe he pushed her too much into technical stuff. And you have to see, basically, each child is unique. You know, I have some students, I clearly see that they are never going to become singers, but I see composer in them, that this child is going to become a composer. And another thing I noticed, that each one has a different learning graph. You know, engineers learn differently, accountants learn differently, and actual singers learn totally differently. They don't need that because they are pre-wired. So they need just little polishing from me. And then I would say, then I focus more on aesthetics with them, because they don't need that mathematics to the level that, and engineers, they have to learn through, you know, systematic, mathematical way. And the amazingly 5-year, 6-year-old kids who are bound to become engineers, I have seen that they do those mathematical patterns like anything. But when it comes to aesthetics, it takes a while for them to learn aesthetics. And so each one is very unique. You know, you can't put 10 students together and then give one pill for all the diseases. So some are bad in, you know, they need air training. Some have very weak lungs. Some have less focus. So each one is unique. I think that's the different approach I take. And I've been teaching for 13 years, but I still don't teach big groups.
Thank you. Any song, Sangeeta, for us today?
Huh?
Any song?
Any song? Oh my gosh.
Can I ask one more question? You talked about brass as a metal for cooking, right? What about aluminium?
No. Aluminium is not a cooking metal. It's not a traditional metal. It was basically, it came into picture after a shortage of gas, basically. And then because it's a better conductor of heat, you don't need, so aluminum is absolute no.
Actually, are you supposed to release toxin into your
Yeah.
body, right?
Yeah. I've seen it in some combinations, just thought I'll ask.
No, and no.
Can I add something to it?
Of course.
Aluminum is actually the worst thing a human being
Can consume, yeah.
Because the research with cross-section anatomy of human brain, people just have consumed aluminum for all these years, early dementia and Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So
It's
aluminum
big
is
no.
actually very toxic.
Yeah.
So they have found
Absolutely.
traces of aluminum in the brain. One quick question, any message for men?
Just listen to your wives. That's it. And everything will be peaceful.
Yeah, don't understand, right? Don't understand the vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm here among women.
His wife brought him here.
Yes, Sangeeta.
फिजा भी है जवा जवा हवा भी है रवा रवा सुना रहा है ये समा सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां फिजा भी है जवा जवा बस थैंक यू
So that, this adds up to your beauty.
Oh my gosh.
Because you believe in all these kind of things, like this shawl.
Oh my
came
gosh.
from here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Ami. Sorry, I'm getting a bit nervous. But just want to share some thoughts. Today we are celebrating uh, women empowerment, and we have been talking about spirituality a lot, giving back to community. So I would like to share something on that basis, that what is the difference between a human and the animal? Animal also has the life. Animals also have the families. They also they don't earn, but they also make their arrangements for food. So what's the difference between human and animal? That we have intellect, we can think, we can be a powerful person. Apart from that, most important, we can be grateful to our community, to our parents, because of them we are here today. We can be, or we are grateful. I'm sure every one of us are grateful to our parents, to our society, to our country, to our culture, everything. We are grateful to God also. So that's why, we go to temple, or we do any spiritual thing, because we are thankful to God. Don't we think that, we are talking about giving back to community, but have you ever thought about giving back to God? Now somebody will say that how can I give back to God? God doesn't need anything. God doesn't need any flattery. God doesn't need anything. It's for my own development. How can I say thank you to God? Today is thank yous world. We ask our children to say or to thank somebody like maybe 100 times a day, that okay, like small baby, okay, say thank you. Do we say thank you to God, or do we thank God enough? Then how can I say thanks to God? 24/7, like we are very busy here, we don't have time for our families. How can I thank God? Saint, our rishis shows a right way to thank God. We don't need to thank God all the time. We can thank God only 3 times a day. Morning, as soon as we get up in the morning, while we eat, and then before we go to bed. Why only these 3 times? Because these 3 times God is closest to me, like a mother and a small baby. Small baby, when a baby wakes up, he or she needs his mother, right? Then he goes to school or he plays. After then, when he or she needs the food, again he will need a mother. Same way, after that also he will go and play. Before going to bed, again he will need his mother. Same way, God is our mother, or supreme power is our mother. We will need our mother 3 times a day, and God is closest to us those 3 times of the day. So don't you think it's our responsibility to thank God these 3 times of the day? Because when we get him in the morning, God brings us all the memory back, right? When we eat food, no matter what color food we are eating, the blood is red. Third thing, before we go to bed, God takes us all our worries and everything and gives us a very peaceful sleep. If I ask you that what time did you go to bed, exactly at what time last night did you go to bed, we don't have answer. 10:03, 10:05, 10:10. No, we don't have answer. The motherly love comes to us, and then we go to bed. We forget everything. Don't you think that we should thank God for that? Today, hunger is not the problem, but overeating is the problem in the society. Loneliness is the problem in society. Depression is the problem in the society. So the solution of this is thank God 3 times. Eventually, like if we start doing it, eventually we'll start believing that somebody is with me, somebody is taking care of me. Because in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said that Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishto. That means God resides in me, God resides here. So he is my active partner, and somebody is with me who is taking care of me. So let's at least on this great day, let's at least promise to ourselves that we'll say thank to God. We'll thank God 3 times a day and live a peaceful and smooth life. So that was the message I wanted to share. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ami. Ami is having a travel business. She has put up a booth there. I don't know whether she has a ticket to go to God or...
I want to do more work here, God's work here.
God's work. So I think we are finishing now, and definitely I want to say thank you. Maybe it is a small expression, but coming over here in spite of coronavirus is a big thing. And then coronavirus also, I'm pretty thankful because that is also teaching some lessons in a disguised way, like clean where you live, clean as much as you need. And then also, somebody was putting it on the Facebook that washing hands is a new thing. So, wash hands. People are checking with each other, did you wash your hands? So that is a new habit which is coming up. And then they say, don't go to office, stay at home and be with each other. That is also a blessing in disguise. So with that note, I will just take leave today. And we have some tea here and certain things are donated. Yeah. Certain things are donated by some of the restaurants. Veg and Chaat Cuisine has given us 100 samosas so that people can have. And then a few Afghani restaurants have given. Amia Bakery has given. Sprout has given. It is falafel, etc. Khorasan Market. So the thing is that though the contributions are not that big, but then it is a community event and everybody has to take responsibility for the community and they have to contribute in whatever way they can. So let's enjoy lots of cookies, tea, samosa and etc. etc. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next year. Same time. Yeah.
एक बार डिनर साथ में लिया शिवा काम करके राहुल पंडित राहुल पंडित पैसा you need a voice
Child likes to sing.